Nosferatu is the first remake of one of the first classics of horror, at least that I'm aware of. As far as I'm aware, this is one of the first remakes of Nosferatu. Do not quote me on that, but feel free to roast me if there's another version of it that I don't know about. Welcome back to Movie Health Community, the internet's #1 source of health warnings at the movies. So the background I feel like is required for watching the new Nosferatu movie, if you really need a background, is to watch The Lighthouse and The Northman. I haven't seen The Witch, but I'm very confident I will love it. But that'll give you a good view of just what it's like to go to a Robert Eggers movie. Now that I've been to a third one, let's talk about it. Is Nosferatu safe for photosensitive audiences? The answer is yes! This movie is safe. This is going on our list of movies that are safe for photosensitive audiences that's pinned on our Facebook and Tumblr pages. This is going in the playlist of photosensitivity safe movies that's on this YouTube channel. Yes, Nosferatu is safe for photosensitive audiences. There are a few scenes that are lit by a very mildly flickering fire. Like you can't even see the flicker reflected on the walls. And then there are a couple of very short, bright but non-strobing flashes of lightning in this movie. So yeah, for flashing lights, we are giving Nosferatu a 1 out of 10. Got quite a bit to say on the mental health front though. The big one in this movie is very bloody violence, often involving teeth, and often involving animals, and on one occasion, children. There are at least 2 instances of on-screen vomiting. The first one, which happens really early in the movie, happens with no warning. One person suffers multiple convulsive seizures in this movie. That can be quite upsetting, and these scenes are very intense. And then I'm not going to get into any details, but this movie does have some violence with very sexual overtones. Now, is Nosferatu any good? I actually got to pull something up. There's a way to describe this movie that I would like to use, but first off, I want to share this with you. I made a Facebook post that gave a few certain qualifications for movies and asked people what movies fit this specific description. Some of the responses I got were Joker, Fight Club, The Hateful Eight, Trainspotting, SLC Punk, Eyes Wide Shut, Interstellar, and It Follows. Now, these seem like good movies to compare Nosferatu with because I thought that everything that they did with this movie was perfect. I thought the set design, the performances, the makeup, the script, I thought everything about this movie was absolutely perfect. And I have no desire to ever watch it again. So the post I made was about movies you acknowledge are good movies, but you have no desire to ever watch again. For me, that's Nosferatu. I have to acknowledge that the talent behind every facet of this movie is operating at the highest level of quality and produced a product that shows off very clearly just how good each of these individual crafts of filmmaking are. Especially with the set design. There were a lot of really impressive set pieces in this movie, and just very practical effects and environments, and some really good spooky horror imagery. It's not that this movie scared me, it's that it was unpleasant while it was showing off all of these masterful crafts. It's not the kind of unpleasant that I typically will rewatch. So yes, is this movie great? Absolutely yes. Should you watch it on the big screen? Yes, especially as opposed to watching it on a TV. This movie is very dark, and I don't know how well that darkness will translate to most people's TVs in their homes. I know The Invisible Man had problems with that, but somehow The Batman did not. So yeah, if you want to get the best version of this, definitely see it on the big screen. So despite the fact that I did not enjoy this movie, I'm going to give it an A. And really the only reason I'm not giving it an A+ is about the fact that I gotta be honest, I didn't enjoy it, but I'm just so impressed with it. Thank you so much to our readers on Tumblr and Facebook, and as always, an extra special thanks to our patrons on our Patreon page whose names are scrolling on the screen like credits right now. As a reminder, nothing produced by Movie Health Community is medical advice, nor has any of it been reviewed by any medical professionals. Be sure to leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when we post new videos, and leave a comment if you have anything to add to this discourse, especially if you disagree with anything I've said. We love hearing from you. And as always, stay safe at the movies.